When the river turned to silver, I stopped trying to deliver. The sky leaned down, the lights came slow, and I let the current know. No more fighting wind or tide, no more places left to hide. The water sang my name so clear, said peace is here. The hammering hums a gospel tone, like a heaven calling home. The bass walks low through golden steam, like forgiveness in a dream. I watch my face drift soft and wide across that mirror tide, and every wrinkle, scar and line felt by design. When the river turned to silver, the heart grew still and truer. Every ache, every sliver shine like a giver. Yeah, when the river turned to silver, I felt delivered. The blues grew clearer, nearer. A seagull cried, a barge rolled slow. The city hummed below, steam curled up like whispered song. The air was calm. The trumpet sighed through windows high, like grace in sky. And I just smiled with tear and grin, let light drift in. The guitar bent like mercy's wave, the hammer softly gave. And in that sound of pure release, I heard peace. When the river turned to silver, I turned to giver. The past no longer shiver, it delivered. So when your storm has run its fill, and the world stands still, you'll hear that river thrill, turning silver still.
On the porch beside the current, the world feels so inherent. The river hums that old refrain about joy and pain. The Hammond hums from down the street, slow and bittersweet. And I just tap my shoe in time to life's design. A train rolls by on the other side, steel meets walks low, the sky turns red, and love's not dead. A child laughs soft from a neighbor's yard, the day disarms its guard, and through that hum of mellow grace I find my place. On the porch beside the current, peace feels permanent. The blues don't burn, it learns how love returns. Yeah, the porch beside the current feels like covenant. Every heart's deterrent turns tolerant. The coffee cools, the air turns sweet, cicadas keep the beat. A breeze rolls through the open door and asks for more. The guitar hums that evening tone, soft alone, and I just nod in silver glow, letting go. The organ breathes through humid air, the harmonica's prayer, and in that sound so pure, so kind, I rest my mind on the porch beside the current. The heart's observant, the blue so fervent, now serving. When the sun begins to fall and stillness calls, sit by the current's draw. You'll feel it all. Voices by the waterline sound like grace and wine. Kids laugh low, guitars hum near the river's ear. I hear a couple talk about dreams, soft as moonlight beams, and every echo down the shore feels like before. A preacher hums, a worker sings, the Hammond softly rings. A bus rolls by, a horn replies, the whole world sighs.
the tone where light has grown. And in that swirl of human sound, my heart's unbound. Voices by the waterline tell what's divine. No church, no sign, just love and light. Yeah, voices by the waterline heal this spine. The world aligns in time. A woman hums through cigarette smoke, says, Lord, we ain't broke. A man laughs loud, a bottle clinks, the night just winks. And through that tone of flesh and grace, I see one face. The city sings in every tongue, forever young. The guitar hums in gentle rain, the organ breathes refrain. And through that sound of calm and rhyme, I hear time. Voices by the waterline sound like mine. The blues combine and shine. So when your road feels long and blind, follow the river's line. You'll hear mankind redefine.
Brought a guitar shiny red, said, sir, I heard what you said. They told me you still play real slow. Teach me what you know. I laughed and said it's just a feel, not a trick, not steal. You listen close, you'll hear it too. It plays through you. He tuned that thing, his fingers shook, had that hungry look. I played a line, he found the groove. We both started to move. The heaven hums, the river rolls, the sound turned gold. And in that hum of heart and strings, the city sings, hold hands, new strings, same truth. It brings every note, still rings where love claims. Yeah, hold hands, new strings, teach what time sings. The soul still swings with wings. He smiled wide, said, man, that tone feels like home. I said, boy, it ain't mine to keep, just play it deep. The bass walks slow, the horn replied, the breeze aligned. And through that sound, the two hearts met, the blues reset. The guitar bends through silver hair, the organ hums a prayer. And through that glow of old and young, by the riverbend, where journeys end. The water moves but stays the same. It don't play no game. The hammer hums through fading gold. The air turns cold, and I just sit and breathe the sound where peace is found. Old men fish with steady hands, talk about faded plans. Kids throw stones that skip and spin, like where we've been. The bass walks slow, the wind hums near. The light feels clear, and every chord the river plays forgives my days. The bench by the riverbend feels like a friend, where beginnings blend and endings mend. Yeah, the bench by the riverbend, don't pretend, it just sends peace to land. I see reflections drift and fade of the music we made. Each ripple hums its soft refrain of joy and pain. The trumpet sighs, a harmonica weeps. The sky still keeps, and in that glow of calm and tone, I'm finally home. Guitar bends like sunset lines, the organ defines, and through that sound of soft delight, I lose the fight. The bench by the riverbend, lets time transcend, where souls ascend and comprehend. So when your road runs round the bend, and you've got no more to say,
echoes in the copper sky, where past don't die. Every color deep and wide feels like love applied. The Hammond hums in mellow tone, like hearts full grown. And every sound that fades away still knows the day. I see faces in the light, soft and bright. Old friends gone, new ones stay, all in play. The bass walks low, the organ breathes, the horn believes. And through that tone of burnished hue, I see truth echoes in the copper sky. Teach me why the blues don't cry. It's sanctified, yeah, echoes in the copper sky, where dreams rely, they multiply and justify. A train hums low beneath the hill, the world stands still. I close my eyes, I hum that line, love's divine. The river glows in shades of fire, like the soul's attire. And through that flame of dusk and dew, I feel renewed. The guitar hums through amber breeze, the organ agrees. And in that sound of calm and pride, the heart abides. Echoes in the copper sky never lie, they beautify and testify. So when the night begins to try and the light says goodbye, look up high at the copper sky. And the light says goodbye, look up high at the copper sky.
chapel near the tracks, where mercy never lacks. The pain is old, the bells don't chime, but peace keeps time. The Hammond hums like a whispered grace through the empty space, and every train that shakes the ground feels like a holy sound. The preacher's gone, the pews are bare, but I still feel prayer. A single cross in golden hue still cuts the blue. The bass walks low beneath the beams, carrying dreams, and every echo down the hall redeems it all. Chapel near the tracks holds what the city lacks. Faith don't ask facts, it just reacts. Yeah, the chapel near the tracks, there's golden bags. The heart contracts, child's laugh floats through the air, unaware. And though the world still runs too fast, this peace will last. The trumpet hums through open doors as time restores, and I just bow my head and say, thank you today. The guitar bends through amber light, the organ hums so right, and in that sound of hush and flame, I call your name. The chapel near the tracks heals what cracks. The blues unpack and acts. Where silence backs, the chapel's fast bring you back. Silver leaves on Maxwell Street dancing round my feet. They shimmer soft in Twilight's tone, like souls full grown. Each leaf hums a chord I knew in golden dew, and every note the wind lets fall still calls it all. The Hammond hums from a corner store, just like before. A record spins, the needle sighs as memory flies. The bass walks low through falling light, warm, polite. And though the faces all are gone, the groove lives on. Silver leaves on Maxwell Street make the blues complete. Every ghost I meet feels sweet. Yeah, silver leaves on Maxwell Street. Don't skip a beat. The rhythm seat still heat. A boy hums low by a pawn shop door, just like 64. He don't know who came before, but he plays that chord. The horns rise up, the river sighs, the city replies, and in that sound of dusk and flame, I hear my name. The guitar hums in steady glow, the organ breathes below, and through that sound of time's refrain, I hear again. Silver leaves on Maxwell Street, where the past repeats, the blues replete and green. So when the wind hums old and sweet, and the years retreat, go walk that beat on Maxwell Street. Solo before the rain, fell soft, not in vain. The crowd stood still, no words to say, as clouds turned gray. Ham and hum that gospel low, like souls in flow, and every note I bent that night felt just right. A flash of light, a rumbling sound shook the ground, but
Through that storm I played it pure, like I was sure. The bass walked slow, the world stood wide. I closed my eyes, and through that hum of sky and pain came sweet refrain. The last solo before the rain was joy and pain. Every tear, every chain fell in that lane. Yeah, the last solo before the rain wasn't in vain. The blues remain sustained. A drop fell down my silver string, made it sing. The crowd just smiled, no one moved. The truth approved. The organ swelled, the thunder spoke. The silence broke, and in that sound of storm and shine, I felt divine. The guitar cried through thunder's moan, but not alone. And through that rain I understood all's good. The last solo before the rain healed my brain. Every wound, every stain fell away plain. So when your sky begins to strain and the heart's in pain, play again before the rain. Heaven and the harbor lights, soft and white. The river's calm, the skyline hums, the silence drums. The Hammond hums a velvet chord, peace restored, and every glow that hits the bay shows the way. The bass walks low through gentle mist, nothing missed. The air smells like the world reborn after storm. A seagull floats, a boat drifts near, all feels clear, and in that light of pure embrace I see grace. Heaven in the harbor lights needs no height. It's here tonight, inside. Yeah, heaven in the harbor light, where peace invites, the blues ignites,
used to chase some distant star too far. Now I see the glow right here, crystal clear. The organ breathes, the city sighs under silver skies, and every note I ever played gently stayed. The guitar hums through endless blue, the heart feels new, and through that sound of calm delight, the world feels right. Heaven in the harbor lights, no more fight. The solar lights and hide. So when the dark forgets your name and the storm's to blame, look again, the harbor's flame. Through the window beside the river, I watch the sunlight shiver. Steam from my cup curls slow and high, like mercy in the sky. The hammer hums from somewhere deep, the city stirs from sleep, and every sound that fills the air feels like prayer. A tugboat moans, a bell rings twice, simple nights. A sax drifts soft from down the street, cool and sweet. The bass walks low, the curtain sways in gentle haze, and through that sound of morning grace I find my place. The window beside the river shows what lasts forever. Every shimmer, every quiver makes me deliver. Yeah, the window beside the river holds life's giver. Each breath I gather feels clever. A child laughs loud from far below, echoes slow. A woman hums a tune I know from years ago. The trumpet sighs in mellow gold, the air turns bold, and in that glow of day's first tone, I'm not alone. The guitar hums through silver steam, the organ dreams, and through that that sound of calm design, the world's divine. The window beside the river never withers, the heart delivers forever. So when the dark forgets your name and peace seems lame, open that frame, the river's flame. Cup for the morning train, steaming rain. The whistle hums that old refrain, soft and plain. The waitress smiles, says you good. I say like I should. The Hammond hums from the radio, warm and slow. A paper folds, the clock says 8. Life feels great. The bass walks low, the world hums true, like something new. A man in boots hums half a line, sounds just fine. And every face that passes by feels nearby. A cup for the morning train washes pain. Every drop sustains again. Yeah, a cup for the morning train, sweet refrain. The blues remain unchained. The coffee cools, the sunlight creeps, the city keeps. And in that hum of moving steel, I start to heal. The organ breathes through dusty glass, time won't pass. And I just smile with simple tone, I'm not alone. The guitar hums through a cafe air, the horn declares. And through that sound of honest day, I'm okay. A cup for the morning train, simple game. The blues contain and remain. There's an old guitar by the door. Don't sing no more. Strings are loose, the wood is worn, but it's love reborn. The Hammond hums through amber shade of notes we made, and every scar upon that frame still says my name. It's been with me through every town, through up and down. Played for love, for pain, for rain, for loss and gain. The bass walks low, the years drift near. I still hear that whisper soft from distant floor. Play once more. The old guitar by the door holds my chord. Every note I swore still soars. Yeah, the old guitar by the door. Sun leans low, the shadow bends where memory ends. And though my hands have slowed their might, the tone feels right. The harmonica breathes one sigh before goodbye. And through that sound of dusk and grace, I see her face. The guitar hums through time's retreat. The song's complete, and in that glow of faith and tone, I'm home. The old guitar by the door knows what for. Restores Twilight over State Street hums, the city drums, every window tells a tale. In neon veil, the Hammond hums from a diner near, sweet and clear, and every step on shining ground feels like sound. A woman laughs through perfume haze, the night displays. Some man plays chords on cornerstone, never alone. The bass walks low, the horn replies like lullabies, and through that sound of dusk and steel, the world feels real. Twilight over State Street glows, where kindness flows. Every stranger knows how love grows. Yeah, twilight over State Street glows, the rhythm shows, the blues composes and slows. I see my shadow cross the glass as people pass. The street light hums that amber key of memory. The organ sighs through gentle mist, the world's kissed, and I just smile at all that's been my peace within. The guitar hums through golden air, the trumpet's prayer, and through that sound of calm and grace, I find my place. Twilight over State Street glows, the night bestows, the heart outgrows and knows. So when your soul feels tired, beat, find that street, twilight sweet on State Street. This chair beside the window knows how the daylight goes. It creaks with every breath I take, and memories awake. The Hammond hums from far away, soft and gray, and through the glass the river gleams like quiet dreams. The bass walks low, clock ticks slow, I just let it go. The world still turns outside my wall, but I've heard it all. A shadow moves across the floor, then no more. And in that hum of time and grace, I see her face. The chair beside the window hums, where silence drums every hour that comes becomes, yeah, the chair beside the window where peace becomes, the heart succumbs and numb. A seagull cries beyond the pain, but not in pain. It sounds like someone whispering, begin again. The organ breathes through summer heat, gentle, sweet. And every note that fades away lets light stay. The guitar bends through golden air, the Hammond's prayer. And in that tone of calm delight, I lose the fight. The chair beside the window hum, where stillness comes, the spirit strum and hum. So when your race is nearly through and skies turn blue, sit and view the world anew.
Sunday bells in ring and river wind. The morning hums that gospel tone of flesh and bone. The Hammond swells through open sky, the doves fly by, and every soul that walks this way feels okay. A child laughs aloud beside the pier. The day feels near. A preacher waves with coffee cup. The world wakes up. The bass walks low. The horn replies through clear skies. And in that sound of bright embrace, I find grace. Sunday bells and river wind heal and mend. Every sound they sing transcend. Yeah, Sunday bells and river wind begin again. They never end. They blend.
guitar hums through silver hair. The tone feels rare. A woman hums an old refrain, soft as rain. The organ breathes through morning light, pure delight. And through that sound of calm and soul, I feel whole. The trumpet sings where heaven hides, the heart abides, and in that tone of wind and bell, all is well. Sunday bells and river wind make peace, my friend. The blues ascend and sing. So when your song comes to its end, let it bend. Sunday bells defend and blend. Light beneath the bridge runs low, silver glow. The river hums that patient tone, soft as bone. Hammond hums through dusty beams of fading dreams. And every echo in that space feels like grace. Hear the footsteps cross above, slow as love. The bass walks low beneath my knees, through evening breeze. The harmonica sighs one line in perfect time. And through that hum of dusk and prayer, I disappear. Light beneath the bridge knows no ridge, it just holds the edge of pledge. Yeah, light beneath the bridge, let's go the grudge. The blues judge and smudge.
sky turns brass, the water bends where daylight ends. And though my hands still hold the tone, I'm not alone. Guitar hums like mercy's thread through what's been said. And in that shimmer soft and wide, the soul abides. The organ breathes through hollow steel, makes heaven real. And through that sound of golden rain, I hear spring. Light beneath the bridge holds what I did, forgives, relieves, and gives. So when your dark begins to slide, just sit beside. Light will hide in the wind calls low, soft and slow. It sounds like names I used to know long ago. The Hammond hums a ghostly tone. I'm not alone, and every leaf that spins in flight feels right. The bass walks slow through evening sight, where echoes like a single note drifts through the haze of yesterday. The hum on a breeze, one cry, then waves goodbye. And in that hush of breath and chord, I meet the Lord. The whisper in the wind ain't where things end. It's what they say. Too many smells like the rain to come, but I'm undone. The organ hums like silver air beyond despair, and through that calm of light and dust I learned to trust. The guitar hums through open sky, and I reply, thank you, love, I softly say, then fade away. The whisper in the wind still grins. It never ends. It spins. So when your world begins to thin, let light begin. The whisper in the wind lives within. Too thin, let light begin. The whisper in the wind lives within. The river keeps on singing low, even when I go. It hums the songs I used to play, day by day. The Hammond hums from distant shore, forevermore. And every wave that meets the sky says goodbye. The bass walks soft beneath the foam, calling home. The breeze still hums that tender line that once was mine. The guitar bends like sunrise gold, quiet and bold. And through that sound of morning grace, I see your face. The river keeps on singing, always bringing every loss, every springing. Watch the city fade from view, but it still feels new. Each window gleams like heaven's tone. I'm not alone. The harmonica sighs and fades through silver shades, and in that hum of wind and time, I feel sublime. The guitar hums through rising sun. The race is
So when the silence starts to show, just let it flow. The river knows and grows. The city shines in silver rain, soft refrain, each droplet hums a gentle tone. All alone, the Hammond hums from a street below. Golden glow, and every light that breaks the night feels right. A trumpet sighs through open air, tender prayer. The bass walks low through cobblestone. Like heart's backbone, the guitar bends through silver mist, like heaven kissed. And in that glow of dusk and flame, I hear my name. The city shines in silver rain, through joy and pain. Every loss, every gain remains. Yeah, the city shines in silver rain, where souls sustain, the blues explain the change. By candlelight, through quiet night, her song floats up the avenue, pure and true. The organ hums in soft reply, through open sky. And though I've gone beyond the ground, I'm still around. The harmonica breathes one sigh before goodbye, and through that sound of truth and hue, I shine too. The city shines in silver rain, through each refrain, love remains, sustained. So when your night feels full of strain and tears remain, just look again at the silver rain.
Somewhere beyond the riverbend, journey's end. The water hums that soft refrain again and again. The Hammond hums through twilight gold, calm and old. And every sound that fades from sight turns to light. A dove drifts low above the tide. I step inside. The bass walks low beneath the breeze, through gentle trees. The guitar hums a single tone. I'm not alone. Through that hush of breath and blue, I come through. Somewhere beyond the riverbank, time won't bend. Every loss will mend and blend. Yeah, somewhere beyond the riverbank, the organ breathes in silver streams through all my dreams, and every echo I ever knew feels born anew. A harmonica sighs farewell, then rings like bell. And through that glow of pure release, I find peace. The guitar hums through endless hue, soft and true. And in that sound of fading sun, I've just begun. Somewhere beyond the riverbend, no need to mend. The blues transcend and blend. So when your night feels near its end, just comprehend. Some
Lighthouse at Monroe Pier, still shining clear through fog and fear, through night and tear. It keeps me near. The Hammond hums beneath the tone. I'm not alone. The light turns slow across the bay, shows the way. The bass walks low through morning mist, heaven kissed. The trumpet sighs in mellow blue, pure and true. The guitar hums that final prayer through silver air, and in that sound of soft design, the world's divine. The lighthouse at Monroe Pier still burns sincere. Every soul can hear, it's clear. Yeah, the lighthouse at Monroe Pier shines through the years, turns all tears to cheers. The seagull glides through golden hue like love come true. The wind hums low beneath my feet, the light repeats. The organ swells through distant sky, I don't ask why. And in that hum of life and flame, I hear my name. The guitar bends through open sky, and I reply, I'm home, I say with calm refrain, no more pain. The lighthouse at Monroe Pier still shining clear through year to year. I'm here, so when your world feels dark and sheer, don't disappear. That light you hear is near. Wind remembers my name, soft as flame. It hums of chords I used to play every day.
The Hammond hums from nowhere near, but I still hear, and every echo down the block turns to talk. The bass walks low through waking streets where silence meets. A paper drifts, a bell rings far from some old bar. The guitar hums through window glass as people pass, and in that hum of soul and tone, I've come home. The wind remembers my name without shame. It carries flame the same. A child hums soft by the cafe door, just like before. He don't know where the song began, but it understands. The organ sighs through morning hay, old and praise, and every tone that fades away still wants to stay. The harmonica breathes one sigh through the sky, and in that wind of sound and heart, I'm every part. The wind remembers my name through time's frame. The blues acclaim the same. Knows my name. Forever on the riverside, no need to hide. The water hums its silver song where souls belong. The Hammond hums beneath the moon, gentle tune, and every note the night lets fall embraces all. The bass walks low through endless blue, always true. The harmonica sighs like grace through time and space.
guitar hums that velvet chord without a word, and in that sound of calm and hue I'm born anew. Forever on the riverside, no divide, the blues abide and guide. Yeah, forever on the riverside I reside. Love implied and wide. The trumpet sighs through starlit air, pure and rare. A light drifts soft across the stream through my dream. The organ breathes through heaven's glow, soft and slow, and in that hum of night and tide I coincide. The guitar bends through gentle wave, the soul behaves, and through that sound of peace and flame I've no name. Forever on the riverside, satisfied, satisfied. No more strife, just wide. So when your heart feels still inside, don't run or hide, just abide by the riverside. When the river turned to light, I lost the night. The Hammond hum, the skyline glow, and time slowed. The bass walked low through open blue, like something new. And every song I ever played became unafraid. The harmonica sighed through dawn, then moved on. The guitar hummed that final tone, all my own. The city woke in silver hue, When the river turned to light, hearts reunite, the soul's delight, infinite sight. The organ breathed like morning rain through each refrain, and every life I touched and known was not alone. The trumpet rose through golden mist, love persists, and through that sound of calm embrace, I saw her face. The guitar bends through shining grace, time erased.